Alright, I'm back with a short shit wagon update, just because I know I've been boring you with the dump truck and everything, and also because I've been working on it. I've got a road race or track event coming up next weekend. Yeah, I realize it's not a track car, but that's the only thing I've got that'll let me run in it, so I'm going. It's local, so I'm going to go run it. So I've been getting it ready. I got the hood mounted on it, sort of. I found out, alright, realized that I wasn't going to be able to use the factory safety and probably the hood latch, because you can see back here, that's where the pull was supposed to come. It was hitting the intercooler as well, so I'm just going to bypass that. I took the latch mechanism off up here, and what I'm planning on doing is buying some of those Arrow Catch hood pins that mount flush and sticking those here and over here. Yeah, don't mind the gaps, just ignore those. The other thing I've had to do is the rear wheels were, rear tires were revving a little bit, so I've changed the wheel back spacing up a little bit. I'm not done there yet. But the cool thing that I've been working on is yeah, it's raining outside, so it's noisy. This is a RCA Cambrio. It's like a small laptop that the bottom, you know, the keyboard detaches from. Let's see if I can light this up so you can see. But yeah, I built a little basically aluminum cage for it. Over here you can get to the USB port so I can hook up HP tuners. And there's a pin over here so you can, you know, slide it out and leave the whole apparatus in here. There's also a pin on the back side. If I can get the camera right. So this slides down into a 1/2 inch square tube, and then it comes down here under the dash where it mounts with another pin. And that one down there ended up just a little bit loose. I may have to put like a set screw or something at the back just to tighten it up so it doesn't wobble, because right now it does have a little bit of wobble in it. But should be ready to roll next weekend, so it should be fun. I'm gonna videotape, obviously. Oh, and I've also got an update on the Studebaker. And on the Studebaker, and gosh, it's dirty, but what I plan on doing this year, I autocross it out there at that same track event every year. What I plan on doing this year is taking some shims out of this rear, these shims out of the back here to increase the, it'll increase my camber a little bit, but it'll also increase my caster, and hopefully at the same time that brings my toe in out just a fuzz without having to touch anything else, and that might help the front end, you know, not push as much going into the corners, because right now it kind of pushes unless you use the throttle to turn it. That's about the only thing I'm going to do. I'm going to try to find some other tires to throw on the front of this thing, just so I can throw these on the back and burn them off a little bit, try to get down to some fresh rubber, because these are 2 or 3 years old. I already did that on the backs, but I do that every time I drive it. I think that's all I'm going to do to this thing. I am going to build another mount under the dash for this one, so I can use the same kind of my little computer there instead of this little phone up here. Then I can record instead of having my laptop sliding around in the seat over there, it'll be mounted somewhere where I can record with HP tuners. So stay tuned.